Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome back. I'm so happy you're here today. We made it through January. Amen. Amen. We have made it through January. Y'all, January was an absolute mess. I don't want to curse on YouTube, but it was a SHIT show. It was just a hot stinking mess. So this month I want us to focus on how we can take better care of ourselves. We had to deal with so much, right? We had to listen to things, we had to read things, we had to watch a lot of stuff, and we were involuntarily pulled into a lot of mess. So, February is going to be the month that we are intentional about the way we are caring about our minds, our bodies, our spirits, and the stress management because I know it's a lot, it's a lot. We already have to deal with a lot of stressors in our day-to-day lives, right? That is not a new concept. But then add on to everything that was happening in January, then there's no wonder why a lot of our minds are just going bizarre right now. January felt like a whole year instead of 31 days. I mean, we were witnessing catastrophic events. We were witnessing natural disasters. We have this ongoing war, like different wars that are going on. Then we have the transition of power that has literally upended several lives. Like so many people are being affected and are being stressed out at this time. Like it's just utter chaos. And then to add on top of that, the common stressors that you're dealing with in your day to day life. So this can be seasonal depression, right? This can be winter weather. This can be work related issues. Like all of these things combined are really just causing people to just have these negative experiences. So I wanted to share 3 strategies that have been helping me to better manage my stress. I will say these 3 have definitely been helping me a lot when it comes to managing my stress. And I'm going to tell you, they are a gratitude practice, exercise, and hobbies. So let's get into how they have been helping me with my stress management. So, gratitude practice. It is a powerful tool, let me tell you. Practicing gratitude has real life powers, okay? Like being grateful, being thankful, being appreciative for what you already have in your life is very underrated because we focus on what we lack, what we don't yet have, what we can't get to yet, instead of appreciating what we already do have in life. And I think it's so important that we start practicing gratitude even more. And it's like simple things that you can be grateful for. For instance, 3 things I'm grateful for today: waking up in the morning, having a bed to sleep in, and having electricity. 3 things that I'm grateful for that might be small, but to other people, they might not even have that. So just being grateful for the things that we already have in our life, it really shifts our perspective and our focus on what is actually important. Because instead of focusing on what we lack, we're focusing on what we already have, right? And I think that is just so important. And it reminds me of like my coaching program. And in my coaching program, we talk a lot about self-care and how we can manage our stress and how we can eliminate burnout and the things that we can do to get from point A to point B. And shifting the mindset is a component that I talk about a lot within my coaching program, helping women go from thinking that they cannot have this self care, they cannot manage their stress, to then figuring out and determining how that they actually can do that and they can manage their stress. They can create self care routines that are actually impactful and changing the course of their life. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, then I definitely think you should join the waitlist for my coaching program that is going to be starting in the spring. And I would love to have you on if you are interested in that. I'll leave the information in the description box below. But yeah, coaching will be great. Like You'll be working alongside other women that are on this journey of self care and managing their stress. And you will see that you are not alone when it comes to that process. Make sure you check out the description box below for more information. And you can also sign up for the waitlist so you know when coaching is going to launch. But let's get back to these techniques. So, number one was gratitude. And I will challenge you to actually practice doing some gratitude reflection daily. And if not daily, at least try it like once a week and see how that goes. What I like to do is I have an intention journal, and it prompts me to write down something that I'm grateful for, either for the day or for whatever is in my life. And that is a great way for me to put things into perspective. So, gratitude, practicing gratitude. Number two is exercise. Moving my body. Any way that I'm moving my body is an instant energy booster. It's a mood lifter. It makes me feel good about myself and the things that I am capable of doing. So, exercise is the second way that's helping me to manage my stress. And I like to exercise daily in the morning when I first wake up because, as the day goes on, it gets harder for me to want to do some form of exercise. So, getting up in the morning, doing my exercise, that helps me even when I don't feel like doing it. That is the hardest part because sometimes it's hard. You don't want to do it at all before the exercise, during the exercise. But let me tell you, once you finish it, once you get through that routine, you feel good. You feel like I did it. Like I can do this. And even if you like can't find the time to incorporate working out, moving your body in some way is another form of like taking care of your body in that way. If you work from home, maybe you can incorporate stretching into your routine. Like instead of sitting at the desk the entire time, find about 30 minutes where you can just like roll out your yoga mat and do some stretching. And if you work at an office, walk around that office, take a break, walk around the office, walk up and down the stairs, walk around the building that you're at. Like, find some way that you can move your body. So, exercise is the second strategy for managing stress. Now, the third strategy is hobbies, taking up a new hobby or rediscovering your love for an old hobby. And no, hobbies are not just for kids, hobbies are for adults as well. I think we all deserve to have some hobby that we enjoy. And I think as we get older, we tend to think that we don't need hobbies in our lives or this is just like for kids or whatever. But no, no. If you like going to the club, I'm assuming you like to dance or you like to mix and mingle. If you like going to the bar, I'm assuming you like to drink, you like to have yourself a drink or mix and mingle, right? So instead of doing that and saying like that's your hobby, why don't you take up a dance class? Why don't you go learn how to make wine or go learn how to make cocktails? Like having a hobby is so important for like our mental stimulation, and it's also a great way to meet people. It's a great way to like get out there, get out the house. I have a weekly writing group that I do every single week. Every single week on Wednesday mornings, I'm participating in this writing group, and it's a new hobby for me. Like I'm improving my writing, I'm learning from others within this community, I'm connecting with different women, and it's just a fun thing for me to do. Like I can just practice my journaling and get better at it, really get better at my writing. So I'm challenging you to find a hobby. Find something that is going to be a stress reliever for you because, really, at the end of the day, that's what we need. We need things that are going to relieve our stress, but they're also fun, right? They're fun things to do. They're things that are going to get you out of the house. And they don't have to cost an arm and a leg, okay? You can buy a coloring book and you can get some crayons or some color pencils or some markers and you can start coloring away. Like, that is a hobby. You start coloring, then you can maybe start drawing. Like it's just there's so much out there and I don't want you to feel like you have to limit yourself. So I said a mouthful, I said a lot. But just to recap, the three stress management techniques that have been working for me that I challenge you to incorporate if you don't already are: number one, having some form of gratitude practice, whether you're saying those things out loud that you're grateful for or you're writing them down on a sticky note and hanging them up, writing them in a journal, but just practicing that form of gratitude. Number two is exercise. And this can be any movement, right? Any form of movement that's going to get your body up and get you doing some different things with your body. So that can be as simple as going for a walk, right? That can be stretching. That can be going to a workout class, any form of movement. And number three is going to be finding a hobby or taking up a hobby, a new hobby, or a hobby that you used to love in the past that you want to revisit. So finding some hobbies, those are great ways to like alleviate stress, for you to get to meet people, for you to go outside. Finding a hobby. It's not just for kids, adults have hobbies too. So those are the three stress management techniques that have been working for me. And like I said, we are only at the beginning of the year, but we need to be taking care of ourselves every single day, every single week, every single month. And there are a lot of stressors that we contend with on a day to day basis, not even including the additional stressors that are just being placed upon us and impacting us in so many different ways. So it is important that you are being mindful of the way that you are taking care of your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, however you want to frame it. And as I said in the beginning, if you are interested in learning how you can better manage your stress and the burnout that is happening in your life, then please make sure you check out my coaching program that I will be launching in the spring. I will leave the information down below, but I really do think it'll be a beneficial experience for those of you who are struggling with finding ways to take better care of yourself. It's okay to need help. It's okay to do it alongside others. And I will be doing it with you because you can never get too much self care in your life. You can never care about yourself too much. Okay? Like, there's no such thing. And yes, so let me know if these are some stress management techniques that you have incorporated into your life in the past or in the current moment, or if there are other stress management techniques that you are utilizing right now. Let me know in the comment section below, but please make sure you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.